I've been coloring in Johanna Basford's Christmas book, Johanna's Christmas, a festive coloring book. And I don't know, I just have the feeling because I color to relax. And also, I kind of like working in the succession of pages as they appear in the book somewhat, or continuing to color in the same book for a while because I like the feeling of things being completed. I like the process of like how it's just all I have to do when I'm taking a break from work or whatever is to pull out the one book I know I've been working in, one or two books, because sometimes I work in, I'll work in like two books or so at the same time just to, break up the monotony. Um, and then I'll just start coloring, and it's easy for me to just stick with, one or two or three books and no more than that. And what, that wasn't how I don't know. I'm just feeling that works for me. In one way because of how I have to store my books. I just can't be pulling out a different book every day. So I need to stay consistent with what I'm coloring, and then I'll switch out books every once in a while. It's like, okay, now I'm going to work on these. So I would like it if actually once I got a book could just color in it until I was finished, but I'm not that disciplined, and I still want to color for enjoyment, and it's not enjoyable for me to say I have to do something. So, but I feel like in a way it would be nice if it worked out for me that once I got a book I could just color in it and then go on and finish it and then go on to the next one. But I don't think that's realistic. At least not for me. In part because my skills aren't always up to what a page could possibly be, and so I don't want to touch that page until I have the skill. And that's what happened to me with a lot of Kirby pages. So anyway, so yeah, I started coloring in this. Bought it for the Christmas season, and I thought it was, I don't know. I started with this even. Like I didn't, you know how I'm always saying I don't like this picture, I don't like this picture, but then I wind up coloring it, and then sometimes I wind up liking it after. So I have plans for this page. I've done things with, let me change the lighting a little bit. I've done things with pencil, acrylic marker, and gel pens, and I'm not finished with all that yet. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this background because I drew in this background. I do want it to kind of look like it's in a room or a corner of a room or something like that. And so I'm debating, like I'm thinking of maybe using Marabou art crayons that are that aren't water soluble on here, blending two colors to kind of get a depth of this so it like really looks like a room. And that's something I actually think I kind of did in a Hannah Carlson book, and it kind of looks a hot mess, but the more you do something, the better you get at it, so I'm going to try again. And initially I had drawn just this right here, triangle with the top cut off, basically. But then as I looked at it, maybe like a few days later or something, I drew in these extra lines, and I says, you know what? It kind of looks like tongue and groove ceiling or something like that. So, I'm thinking of making it look like that. Oh, and you can't really see it. There's the lines. So, for me to do that, I got to think about it some more and how I'm going to make it look that way. Yes, so I've kind of paused on this one until, I get an idea or get some inspiration or some guts on how to do that. So, This, oh gosh, this page, hot mess. I was looking at this page for a while, flipping back and forth. First of all, it was so empty in the middle. It's like, oh, I got to draw something in the middle. Well, I don't know what to put in the middle. And then I thought, well, let me put an ornament in the middle. And my ornament looks so weird. It's like lopsided and everything. But there it is. I'm going to try not to let it stress me out too much. I can't fix the lines. I don't know. It was hard trying to fit it inside here. Trying to figure, trying not to go over that. And I don't know. Who knows? I may even transform this into more than one ornament or something like that. I initially was trying to do 3 ornaments, but that was not working. I was having the hardest time. So I said, well, let's just do 1, but the 1 looks kind of weird. I don't know. We'll see what happens with this one. But I did want the colors in this one to be blue, green, and gold. So that's where I'm at with this. I started the ornament with pencil here, and then the ribbon I started with pencil also, and then I went over it with not this color, but an acrylic marker, and I just kept streaking it until it like filled in the streaks I made with the pencil. And I kind of think the ribbon is the most successful part of this, although it doesn't look that great on camera. But I don't know. And it's lopsided too. But like, I need to get through and push through working on Johanna Basford pages that have a lot of blank space and filling in that blank space. So whether it looks horrible or not, I figure I'm just going to push through and do it. It's kind of interesting because now as I'm looking at it on screen, I can see more of the shape that should be there. So I don't know if there's a way I can like cover up or shade it in or something, but that might come to me later. Even though I got a lot on here already, trying to fix the shape and stuff, there might be something else I can do. Every problem is an opportunity. And I see an opportunity here, even as I'm looking at it. And I'm wondering if I can sketch in a better, more accurate circle or shape of the ornament, and then make the background of this in acrylic paint that's dark. It would cover up that, maybe. Or even changing the shape of this thing into splitting it into 2 objects instead of 1. Having it be a background, having this change the ornament into a background and put something else on top of it. I actually have a lot of options, and I think that's what scares me so much about these Johanna Basford blank spaces, is that there's a lot of options and I have little skill. So, but yeah, for some reason I like this gold on the blue. I really like that. Almost makes me wonder, I don't know, maybe I should do the whole inside like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. Or I could even make the inside of it kind of different shapes with, I don't know, we're going all over the place. Anyway, so that's that. So we'll see how that happens, because when I think back, there was a mythographic book where I struggled with this one page. It was an aviary, and it's the one with the 2 birds that I had colored with this grayish green that I loved so much, and I didn't want to change it, and I didn't know what else to do with the page, and one day something happened, and now I absolutely love that page, and I did things that, like, I don't even, it wasn't anything I had planned or expected. So excuse me. Whew. So I'm gonna wait on this one and see what happens, and who knows, it might not come to me what to do with it till next Christmas season, but that's okay. Then there's this one which I already showed. I really need to spray this. This is my first experience with stickles. And the combination of what I use, the fact that I use Vaseline to blend in the Marabou art crayons, I wasn't sure like how that would work out with like whether the stickles would stay or not. Um, but I really need to spray this and also see how the spray, the fixative or gloss spray, how that works on here. So like using non-workable fixative on this one. And I also had detected some spots I thought I hadn't colored, but now I don't see them. Maybe it was just the day I was looking at it that I thought they weren't, or the angle. So yeah, so that one's done, and like I hadn't expected to color this one either, and it just came out of me, and so I feel like sometimes, I don't know. I think it's the consistency. I feel some kind of being reined in a good way to be able to just color page after page in a book. It's like just do the next one. Doesn't matter how it looks. I don't know. It's like a balance between that and caring about how it looks and where my skill level is. I can't quite explain it, but I think because I have so much work to do for my job, the past couple weeks, this has kind of made me feel like more like I'm accomplishing something quicker. I don't know. It's just been kind of comforting for me. So this page, did that focus? It didn't look like it focused. Anyway, for the first time, I've used masking fluid, and I used paint brushes to do it. Didn't I just put them in here? Yeah. I use these paint brushes, and I actually to clean the brushes, because like the stuff is kind of stiff, and it's like, I don't know, that might not be the best. I probably should have a paintbrush designated just for doing the masking fluid. This is my first time. But I use Gooby Gone on the brushes when I clean them. First I tried cleaning them with Dawn, the blue Dawn, and it kind of did something but not enough, so then I used the Gooby Gone, because actually that's what I use. I use a combination of Gooby Gone and Blue Dawn to get rid of labels on jars that I want to save. And that actually did a good job, and they feel soft. So it definitely, that was a good combination for cleaning those brushes. We'll see how I feel about it when I then go to try and paint with them. But, if they were really good brushes, I wouldn't do that. Like, good brushes that you pay, like, a lot of money for. But anyway, so this is my first time doing masking fluid. And, I put it on last night. I don't know if it's quite dry yet. I might leave it for another day. Well, I still have to actually color in my background, too. That's the goal, right? To color in, because I wanted the deer to be, it seemed that the reindeer should be white, because it would look good with the red and green. So I have to decide what I am coloring this background with, and I haven't quite decided yet. I'm going back and forth between gold and red. Also thinking about what medium I want to use to do the background with, because red can be kind of smudgy, so I'd probably have to spray it after I put that down. So it seems like there's no way to avoid this page becoming a kind of working in stages, because things that I do, I'm going to have to wait for it to dry and not be smudgy and all that. Yeah, so I'm not sure what color I'm going to do this background, but I'm going between gold and red, or I could do a combination of gold and red. But then I got to decide what color I'm doing those. I don't know, just a lot of things to think about. So for now, the masking fluid is on there, ready for me to do that step. Kind of wish I could work on it now, but I can't because I got to wait for that to dry and I got to think about my colors. So what else did I do more in here? Yes, I did. It's interesting. I skipped this page. Mandy, I know you're working on this page. And I skipped this page because I really like this. It's a 2-pager, and I really like these. So it's kind of interesting. I'm skipping the page I really like and doing the ones I don't like. And when I say don't like, it's just because I feel sometimes I'm not ready for the challenge, or I don't want to work with the materials that page would require, in my opinion. Like if it seems like it's mostly a marker page, but I'm not in the mood to work on a marker, then it's like I don't like that page, or no. So or me with tiny coloring. If I don't feel like doing tiny coloring, it's like no, I don't like the page. So I started working in this one. I really like that this gingerbread really kind of looks like gingerbread, the color of it. And I'm just working on this one. I think I'm gonna, I don't know, probably combination pencils and gel pens. Background, I don't know what to do with just yet. But yeah, this is kind of nice for kind of like with Kirby coloring and coloring all those small little things. You kind of just focus on one thing and then go to the next. Because I'm not rushing myself with it, and I'm just using each bit of coloring on this as something to relax me, then I don't mind doing that tiny coloring. I don't know, it just changes with my mood, what I feel like doing. I don't feel like I can really steadily work on something intense. I don't even know how to explain that. So the tiny coloring, it relaxes me. Oh, that's all I can say. Whereas sometimes it frustrates me. If I'm thinking of I need to finish this page, if that were what was in my mind, I would be frustrated with this page. That I need to get this page finished? No, that would stress me out. But because I'm just going to focus on like how here I'm focusing on the roof, and I'm just going to do all the roof, and that's all I'm thinking about. I'm going to do the roof. When I do the sides here, I'll probably pick out one type of candy, like say that one. Oops, you can't see that. And then color all of those, and that's it. That's the only thing I'm going to want to do. And that kind of helps me stay focused, I guess you'd say. Yeah, so I started this the other day. And this one, I think I started, I don't know, did I start last Thursday or Wednesday? I did the snow. It looks kind of like clouds, but this is like my first real attempt at trying to draw snow. Or trying to color snow. Then you have the bear, who's also white, so the challenge of trying to make him look different from the snow. I still feel like there's a little bit of work I'm going to do on him, but I don't know what exactly. So the background I did with acrylic pens, the snow I did with acrylic pens, and the presents I'm doing with colored pencils. I did the bear with colored pencils and the iceberg. So, yep. So I did every once in a while just break out one, break this out and work on one of the presents. And some of these presents, like I want to put silver gel pen on this one. I want to put gold gel pen on this one. So kind of planning that out too. So I'm trying to think of other colors I want for the presents. Because in some ways it's like I don't want to be all rainbowy, but in some ways it's like, I don't know, sometimes you want to use all the colors you have. So, and I think that is it. I haven't gone any further. Nope, I haven't gone any further. So that's what I've been working on. I also have been working on this again, just to kind of relax, and just when I feel like doing something different, I pull out something different. And this is the PDF of the Creative Christmas by Dover Creative Haven, and it's a color by numbers. So, and again in my head, I'm thinking if I don't finish this until next Christmas, that's okay. Because after working on that other page, 2 other pages from this same book that I printed PDFs of, it's like I feel like I need to take my time and figure out what materials to use where and how. And so I actually used pencil on these, and I had kind of a struggle with trying to get them to look the way I wanted to, but again, it's a learning process. I did the leaves with colored pencil. The berries I did, at first I put down acrylic marker, and then I used colored pencil on them. Still might not quite be done with them yet, but that's what I've done so far. Put in my metallic, the things that I knew I wanted to be metallic, there on the bells, and I'm going to put another metallic color, I think, on the bells. Or I may put down some pencil in this blank space and then put colored pencil over it. Or put color the places that don't have marker with colored pencil, and then put acrylic marker over it of the same color to see, like it might give me like the little creases, give me that little bit of change in value that you see on a round object. So I'm going to play around with that. Yep. And I did his uniform. I'm thinking back to being in marching band, how that is. So I've been working on that. Trying to get better at my use of markers, So, and because I do see that pencil does go over, some pencils do go over acrylic marker a little bit. I might do some of the values with pencil, shading and things. I'm not absolutely sure because I'm trying to step very carefully because this is not something that I'm good at. And I've already had 2, kind of what I think are kind of fails, but they're also learning experiences with markers like this one. And I'm still working on this, but kind of still trying to figure out what to do with this background. I don't know. Waiting for that to come to me. And I feel like this one needs like some white. It needs some shading and things in there. It looks very flat to me. And I'm trying to figure out, well, how am I going to do that? But I feel like I need to get in all my base colors first. So that's what I have been up to. I don't think that there's anything else I've been coloring. I mean, it's just staying in that. Other than the page I did on Dawn's Live the other day, which I'm waiting for my stickles, which are supposed to come today, to finish that one. So that is it for me, and be on the lookout for another upload, because I'm probably just going to stick to uploads for a bit. until this week is over at least. So take care and have a great day. Bye bye.